This is Zoe with Bar Therapy by Zoe, and today I'll be making coffee and cocoa soap. Here I have light crystals that I'll be putting into some brewed coffee that I made earlier with distilled water. You want to be careful at this point and make sure you have gloves, safety goggles, and a mask because this lye water solution will heat up very quickly to somewhere near 200 degrees or more. And here I'm stirring the crystals so that they dissolve in the coffee water that I had made to make my lye solution for my soap. I'm going to continue to stir until it's all dissolved. As you'll see, there's fumes coming out and steam coming off of the lye water, and that's because of the heat. So usually I'll take this outside and sit it somewhere safe, away from animals and my family, so no one gets hurt, and I'll let it cool down to below to under 100 degrees to room temperature before I use it. But today I'm going to be keeping it hot, and I'm going to use it to melt down the hard oils in this bowl, this red bowl here, which contains my oils for the soap. Okay, feels like everything is dissolved, so I'm going to take this coffee water, lye water, and here I have coconut oil, palm oil, olive oil, and castor oil. I'm going to take this hot water solution, lye solution, and pour it slowly into the bowl and stir until the solid parts have melted down and the oil, lye, and water solution mix together and combine thoroughly. And while I'm doing that, I'll take the time to introduce myself to you. Again, my name is Zoe, and I've been making soap about a year and a half now. I started by, I was working actually in a bakery at a grocery store, and during the holidays I wanted to make gifts for my peers, and so I normally bake for folks since I am a home baker, but since we all worked in a bakery, that wasn't a good idea. So I went to my local craft store and looked at possibly making candles for everyone. And as I was there, next to the candles, oh, here, you see the soap is melted down pretty good, the batter. So I just wanted to stop there, I'm sorry guys, and show you that I'm going to split off this coffee base into two other containers. One, just the plain batter here. The other behind it has organic cocoa powder mixed with some olive oil, and I'm going to pour in that, and that's going to be the cocoa part of the soap for me. And then I'll leave a little in the red bowl, and I'm going to mix a little bit of coconut milk in it, hopefully just to give it a little bit of a difference between the other coffee bowl and just have some contrast in the soap. And once I get these together and mix them by hand, I'm going to stick blend them and blend them to a what they call a medium trace, which is somewhat like maybe the thickness of gravy, if you can understand what I mean. So I'll be doing that, and I'll continue to tell you about how I got into soaping. So again, I did buy the candle items to prepare to make candles, but I was really intrigued by the soap because I didn't really know it was a thing. I knew people make handmade soaps, but I just didn't think of it as thing. I don't know if I could say it any other way. So I went home and I Googled and YouTube handmade soaps, and my eyes were open to this whole new world. So here I'm blending, stick blending the batter until it gets slightly thicker. When you blend the batter, it tends to get thicker as it goes on. So I would like to do that prior to pouring it in the mold next to me, which is lined with freezer paper here. So as I was saying, I was intrigued by the soap, so I started by doing melt and pour soap, which is basically soap that you get a chunk of, you purchase it at the store, it's already processed, you melt it in a microwave, add smell good and color, and pour it in a mold, and in like 10-15 minutes you have soap that's ready to go. I started doing that, and then I decided I'd like to be more in control of what's inside of the soap and have some creative ability with the soap more than I did with the melt and pour. So I studied other soapers online and rented books from the library to learn more about the lye safety, and jumped right in and made my first soap, and I was stuck since then. So I, like a lot of people, when you start making soap, okay, here we go. I'm going to, guys, begin to pour here. The coffee batter that I put the little bit of coconut milk into. And if you're most soapers, you like to scrape out that container because we don't like to leave any waste. It's a lot of money we spend on oils and butters and smells and color. So you want to get all the soap batter into your mold as best you can. And so I'll go ahead after this and pour the cocoa batter in, and then top it off with the other batter. So I, like a lot of people, when you start making so much soap and it's more than your family can use, then you start thinking, how do I get a return on my investment? I'm spending money on these things and my time, and it's a good product, so what should I do? Sell it. So I think a lot of us think to sell it at some point. However, I'm recently retired, and I don't think that at the moment I was ready to try to start a new business making soap and dealing with all of what that entails. So I like to just make soap without the pressure and just try to be creative and learn. I troll people's YouTube videos like royalty soaps and the Soap Queen and Soap in 101 and a few others. And here I'm bringing you in a little closer so you can see a little bit what I'm doing. But I just try and be inspired by those and try to do what I want to. And I like the freedom in doing that. And so what I do instead, I prayed on what should I do because I keep making the soap and what should I do with it. So it came to me to donate my soap to the homeless community in the town I live in Sacramento, California. So I donate the soaps to a charity that provides 3,000 plus showers a month for the homeless. And I think they deserve to be clean and have good soap to use on their body. So that gives me pleasure in doing so. Does this not look like chocolate ganache? Oh man. Anyway, I'm dumping the rest of this soap on top, and I'll try to design it out a little bit as I finish talking to you guys. So I donate the soaps, and what I'm looking to do, since we're on this shut in with the coronavirus, I've been thinking and praying, and so I wanted to know what I could do with my soaps. So I would like to maybe start a nonprofit so that I can raise money to byproduct to make more soap for the homeless and maybe help others outside of my community as well. So that's my dream. And if you guys follow along with me, um, like and subscribe to this channel, as I hear everyone say on their videos, and follow me as I go through the process of making soaps and learning and practicing. I'm by no means a teacher. I just study others' videos and read and figure it out and just go for it. So what you see here is I just do. I just make it. And at the end of the day, it's soap. So here I go messing with the soap, which soapers do, and I shouldn't have because it's setting up. So I'm going to stop there. If you're a soaper, you'll know you'll start something and you'll keep messing with it till sometimes you mess up a good design. So I'm going to try to stop there and clean up my mess here. And anyway, again, if you would like to follow me on my journey here and making soaps for those who are less fortunate than me, who I would believe deserve to have a good bar of soap to wash their bodies with, then follow me. You could support me. You can reach out to me on my email at bartherapybyzoe@gmail.com. You can make notes on my videos. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram under Bar Therapy by Zoe. So I appreciate you guys sitting with me as I filled you in on what I do and let you look at me making soap. This is not what I intended to do. I was going to put music over this because I didn't want to talk, but I just took a leap of faith and I'm going to do it and try to put other content and videos up here on my channel so you guys can see. So I hope you're entertained and like it, and follow along with me. And I, again, appreciate any comments. If there are any mistakes I made in making the soap and you're a more experienced soaper than I am, please, I would love to hear your feedback. I, again, am not a teacher. I just look at videos, follow people that I trust who make soap, and I'm also a part of a few soaping groups on Facebook, which are a group of awesome people who make soap all over the world, and I've met some great people who inspire me, and I've even made a soap buddy in the town I live in. We found each other and found out we're 30 minutes away from each other, and actually have gotten together to soap together. So it's a great opportunity, and it's very therapeutic and enjoyable for me. So again, this is my first video. I'm editing and doing it all myself as I'm on shelter in place in Texas. I came to visit my brother for a week or two, and the airline canceled my flight, and I've been here for over a month now. So this mold that I'm using, I went to Goodwill and got it for $2.50. It used to carry a bottle of wine, but I'm using it for a soap mold. It's working pretty well. Here's the finished soap. Again, I messed around probably too much. Here's my cutting of the soap. Came out pretty cool, I think, for a coffee and chocolate soap. Unscented pretty much, other than the natural scent of coffee and soap. Here are a couple of pics. Again, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope you come back and watch my videos. Thanks so much. Be safe out there and wash your hands. God bless.